Today we are going to start water. Already we have discussed in previous lecture what is water, uses of water. So now here the last topic was the water pollution. I think in your book it is the last topic, water pollution. So I think all of you know that what is a water pollution. So you can, from your book, you can see it is clearly written, when water contains harmful substances that is unfit for drinking, bathing and agriculture use is called polluted water, and the process is called water pollution. So here two things we have to learn. First one is that contaminated water. Contaminated means which is not fit for the drinking, means polluted water is called contaminated water. And second one is that potable water. Potable water means the water which can use for drinking, means drinkable water is called potable water. So whatever you are getting water in your home by hand pump, by tap, by filter, that is a potable water. That can be used for drinking. But in the case of polluted water, contaminated water, it cannot be used because it contains lots of toxic product. Toxic, you can say undesirable, means which is harmful for our health. So, the next topic is that causes of water pollution. Why water get polluted? What is the causes? The first causes, that is the big causes, domestic swages. Yes, domestic swages, you know that in many big cities, city which are near the bank of the river, after using water and after cleaning the house, they get the lots of unwanted material. Means it may be harmful for the sea animals, feces, and lots of sea animals that may harm the life of sea animal, and simply they are throwing in the water. So we can say that domestic swages, like water after the washing of cloth. Suppose you are bathing near the bank of river, it also polluted the water sources. Second is that agriculture waste. Yes, in the agriculture field, there are lots of chemicals are used as a fertilizer, as a weedicide, chemicals which are used for agriculture, insecticides, pesticide, fertilizer and weedicide. Yes, my dear students, it is a very harmful, it is a very poisonous, and suppose they are spreading that chemicals in field, and suppose there is a flood because of heavy rain, what will happen? All these chemicals will be run off and fell down into the water body. And once they fell down in the water body, what happened? They get polluted and it can harm the life of sea animals. Even they can pollute the water which cannot be used in our home. So first one is that domestic swages, already we know. Agriculture waste. Third, industrial waste. Yes, I think many of you have seen Patna. You have gone also. Patna. There are many factories are set up near the bank of the Ganga river. And when factory, they are making many chemicals, many product. After that, they are producing lots of toxic product, lots of chemicals. So what happened? Simply they are throwing that chemicals, that toxic product into the water body. And what happened? Here you can see the types of toxic product which are produced by factory, industry. First one is that toxic vapor gas. Yes, toxic vapor gas. That waste may contain lots of toxic gases like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. It is a poisonous in nature. Next, compound of certain metal. Also, the waste of that factory and industry contain compound of certain metal, that is called heavy metal like lead, mercury, cadmium, chromium. These are the heavy metals, and they are also called carcinogen. Carcinogen means that metal, the compound of that metal may causes cancer in your body. That's why they are called carcinogen metal, because they are main reason for the cancer when we bath in such kind of water. We get infected by this disease. And also factories releasing like paint, dyes and leather, that may also causes the water pollution. So my dear students, these are the reason, these are the causes for the water pollution. First one is that domestic sewages, agricultural waste, industrial waste. Industrial waste, it producing three kind of impurities and waste like toxic vapor gas, compound of certain metals, and paints, dye and leather. These are the main reason. So now, after this topic, we'll talk about the prevention of water. So try to write down in your copy. Thus, what is the water pollution? Causes of water pollution. Now, prevention of water pollution. How can we prevent water getting polluted? So now, here lots of processes are there. First one is that sewages should be treated in sewages treatment plant. What is this? This is a plant where toxic product. And what is a toxic product? They are very harmful, which contain poisons, which are generated and produced in a big industries and factory. It must be treated. After treatment, you know that the toxic product and toxicity of that impurities is reduced by the treatment in sewage treatment plant. And then after, we must allow to throw that waste in the water body, because after treatment, that wastewater, that wastage contain very few and very small amount of toxic product, which can make very less harm to the sea animals. Now, excessive use of fertilizer, insecticide, pesticide should be avoided. Yes, my dear students, already we know that we are from Bihar, and Bihar, 60% people depends on farming. So try to make them aware. Don't use lots of fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, because chemical fertilizer is very harmful for our health also, and for the sea animals, for the water body. Make them aware to use organic fertilizer. And organic fertilizer, it is a very less harmful. It is not harmful. It is a very useful for the soil and water. It cannot pollute the water. It is obtained from dead body of plants and animals with the help of red worm. Red worm is used to make organic fertilizer. So make them aware excessive use of fertilizer, insecticide and pesticide should be avoided. Water in lakes, river and ponds should be cleaned periodically. Yes, my dear students, in our locality there are lots of ponds, and you know that how much dirtiness is there. You can see the lots of polythene, chemicals, thermocol just suspended over the water. It is very dangerous for the sea animals and for our health also. So make them aware of people around the river and lakes and it must be cleaned periodically and time to time. Now, water inlets we have done. Tree and plants should be planted at the bank of the river. Yes, at the bank of the river we must plant the tree and plant because they hold the water. How they hold the water? Because their root hold the soil, and soil try to contain as much amount of water as it has. Now, use of biodegradable detergent. We are using detergent in our home that is a synthetic. It cannot be destroyed. It will take long time for destroying. So we must use biodegradable. It means after using it, it can easily converted into useful manure by the action of germs and enzymes. Here, so we use of biodegradable detergents should be used instead of synthetic one. Biogas plant should be used. Biogas plant. Why we use? Because in this plant, biogas plant should be set up to utilize animal and plant waste. Yes, it is very useful. We can set up the biogas plant in our home because in this plant we are using waste product of cow, ox and leaves, and with the help of that waste we can generate, we can produce gas, flammable gas, biogas, and which can use to make our food. So with the help of biogas plant we can manage the waste of animal and plant waste. Domestic sewage should not be thrown in water. Yes, my dear student, it is in your hand. Don't try to throw out wastage and any kind of chemicals in a water body which make water pollute. And people should be made aware of harmful effects of water pollution. Yes, when people know what is the harmful effect of water pollution, automatically they make themselves aware and they will try to reduce water pollution. So people should be made aware of harmful effect of the water pollution. So these are the prevention. How can we prevent from water pollution? So we have done what is the water pollution and how causes of water pollution and how can we prevent from water pollution. So try to write in your copy. Conservation of water. This is our last topic. How can we preserve water for the further use for our generation? The water need to be conserved in order to make it easily available for the further generation. Yes, if you will not save the water, if you will not conserve the water, I think in next generation they will not get potable water. They have to pay lots of money for drinking water. So my dear students, it's my humble request, and also use from yourself, try to request to others also, conserve water. So how can you conserve water? At personal level, by your own self, how can you conserve water? Close tap when not in use. Yes, suppose you are having brush and tap is on. So please my dear student, try to off it. Then after brushing, on and wash your mouth. Repair leakage, tap and pipes. Yes, if any leakages are there in your home, repair it because you are wasting water. Water garden plant in evening. Don't put water in daytime because when you spread water, all water get evaporated and very few amount of water will go at the root level. So try to give water to the plant at evening only. And use water efficient toilet which are use less water. Yes, water efficient toilet. Suppose we are going for urinate. So what we are doing, just flush. Once you flush, 10 liter water just will go as it is. 10 liter water. Is it fair? A simple toilet, you are wasting 10 liter water. So we must use water efficient toilet which can give water according to our needs. And at national level, practice of drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is a kind of irrigation in which water is allowed to go in the root of plant by drop. We don't need to give water to the plant and we don't need to put water whole land. In this process only water is allowed to go at the root of the plant. That is called drip irrigation. Afforestation, planting more and more tree. Planting more and more tree. Planting tree. Yes, all of you must plant at least one tree in your life. And dam and reservoirs should be constructed because these are the things which can store water. And dam, with the help of that stored water, we can generate hydroelectricity. We can reserve water for further irrigation. So there must be lots of dams must be constructed in our country so that we can conserve water. And now here, rainwater harvesting should be encouraged. Yes, we must use rainwater for the irrigation. So how can we use? We can use rainwater by making dam, by making lots of pits. We can store that water and that water can be used at the time of irrigation. And last one is that water cycle. Water recycle. What is the water recycle? Suppose we are washing our clothes. We get the polluted water. So we know that we cannot drink it. But that water can be used to clean the house. That water can be used to give the water to the plant in your home. So we must recycle the water and it can be used again and again. In this way we can conserve water. So my dear students, we have discussed what is water, water pollution. There are lots of pollutant waste which make water pollute, causes of water pollution, and after that conservation of water pollution, and last one is that conservation of water at the personal level, at the national level. So I think from today all of you will try to conserve water at your home. So best of luck and write down in your home.